Welcome to Mindfully with Tumishe, the podcast that invites you to explore mental health with honesty, compassion, and openness. Each week, your host, Tumishe Olalua, shares personal stories and stories from people like you. Together, we'll confront mental health myths and build a space where imperfection isn't feared but embraced. From self-esteem struggles to relational conflicts, we're here to discuss it all, with guidance from experts and real raw stories that inspire healing. It's time to live mindfully. It's time to be compassionate with ourselves and each other. Mindfully with Tumishe, new episodes every week, available wherever you listen to podcasts or at blackimages.com.
Hi, mindful partners. It is June. Yes, half of the year. Too many things have happened this year. The wars, the rumors of war, the world's economy, then particularly Nigeria's economy. Faiths being questioned and the debates about cultural renaissance almost everywhere in the world. I feel like we are being attacked, areas of our well-being, our spiritual well-being, the financial well-being, the social well-being, and all the shells. Then comes June, which is Men's Mental Health Month. And with everyday gender debates online all over, it is almost certain that the awareness it will get will be minimal, if at all. And honestly, I understand. I truly do. But my position is we cannot keep beaming our searchlights on the things that have gone bad or it's going bad on both sides of the gender without creating spaces to have healing conversations that will help regenerate and rewrite history in our lifetime. If you've been a mindful partner long enough, you know that we take men's mental health seriously here. And this month, we will be talking with different men, having conversations, really, not talking to. We'll be having conversations with them. And I am truly happy that my brother is sitting across from me right now. Yes, sitting. But before we start this conversation, let's do a quick check-in with our body. Take a deep breath in, a deep cleansing breath through your nose. And you know why? When your body is settled, it's easier for you to accept any story that is being told you. So, without much ado, I have Elishius Olalua, a Z girl here. I would like to introduce her because Koyemi, welcome, sir.
I don't know where to start, right? Because of the way you went about it. But truly and surely, I'm privileged and I'm excited to be here.
Oh,
right. Privileged because fairly recently I began to come into the awareness that everything about our lives is a privilege, right? And that you get to experience anything is a privilege. Good, bad, ugly.
Yeah.
It's a privilege, right? And then what you do with that privilege is what matters after on. But the fact that you get to experience it, or enjoy it, or share it, it's a privilege. So thanks for the privilege of having me here.
Okay, and we have not started, okay? Go ahead.
That's anything.
No, nothing. Yeah, go ahead.
But truly privileged and genuinely excited to be here. To dissect, to have conversations. And you said you're not talking to your
No. We are having a conversation. Yeah, we're having a conversation
on the subject matter. Let's hope that I have one or two things inside my small brain box. I say small because sometimes I put it side by side. I try to put it side by side. The brain box of the universe. I realize how minute.
We are in trouble, don't we? Yeah.
We realize how minute what it is we have and know is. How it pales significantly to who God is, what He is, what He has in store for us. And so, let's see if I have a couple of things.
When you sat down, I was anti-rights will, like, since Lewis anti-right J are talking, these are people that okay, so a lot of people on this show, that I'm a Christian, right? I'm a faith person, and I rarely talk about it, but you see, Allah is here and is taking me there. And I was telling you about anti-right and how I mentioned anti-right because of what you just said. What we know, the brain box thing that you just said, in the larger scheme of things, it's really, really tiny. And when I was listening to anti-right and John yesterday, I was like, oh no. I wish I had known this when I was younger. So let's get started. Again, his name is Elishius Olalua. I would pander between the two names all through this conversation.
They have varying meanings.
Yeah. Oh, yes, true. Thank you. What does Elishius mean?
Okay, so again, but not fairly recently. This has been on for maybe about 5 or 6 years, but I've been having battle with traditional people who just decide and say that they will call you what it is they want to call you.
All right.
But very recently, sometimes when they call, I don't see if I know yet what they're saying.
Oh, yeah.
How can you see somebody and call him Laulu? And I ask myself, what does Laulu mean? What's the meaning?
Olalua.
They didn't say Olalua.
Well, okay, they just say Laulu, yeah?
I'm like, what is Laulu? I'm like, pets. I'm human.
Yeah, okay, gotcha.
People thought about the meanings of the name before they gave them to us.
All right.
Oh,
I love my name, and that's the only name I have.
Do you understand? So, Elishius actually means God is my salvation.
Oh.
And it wasn't until the later part of my years in university that I came to understand the meaning and to love the meaning of the name. In fact, I stopped using Olalua for a bit, and I was like, oh, my name is Elishius, because of what I felt He held to me in that season.
All right.
That God is my salvation. So I can always run to Him. I can always get what it is I want, right, within the ambit of what He has provided, because He is my salvation. Right? So Olalua, of course, is Olalua. I love it too. Yeah. So I oscillate. So it would be great if you decide to oscillate.
You people that have the privilege of two names, I don't know if I envy you. I just love Oluwatomishi. Like,
beautiful name.
It's a prayer. It's a prayer.
It's a statement.
It's a statement.
It's a proclamation.
It's a proclamation. It's a lot of things. And I remember my father, when I was in radio, and I say to Mishamakpelo, the first day I said to Mishamakpelo, he called and said, "No, that's not your name." I'm like, what? So your name is Oluwatomishi. And I'm like, oh, okay. So let's get started in this conversation. It's going to be layered. And when we're talking, it's always very difficult for a lot of people. And even me that have been in the world of men's mental health for about 4 years now, it's still very difficult for me to scratch the surface or to break down the complexity of masculinity, right? Especially in these times that we have words like misogyny, chauvinism, or patriarchy, just being thrown everywhere, It's very difficult for me to have some conversations because the odds are stacked against men, and the odds are also stacked against women. But for now, I'm a woman, and I can tell you stories that, okay, let's not even go there. So, when did you first become aware that being strong was expected of you as a man?
This feels like a therapy session.
It is not. It's not. You know, every man, like, I have a son, and I've had to. I used to tell my dad, no, don't say that to my son. And so I look at him also when he's trying to be, and I'm like any man who comes to this table, that's the first question I was gonna ask. Because I look at this 15-year-old boy who I believe has an enabling environment, and he still feels like he needs to be strong. So hit me with that.
Okay, so I think that when I first became aware that there was a role, a script to be acted as far as strength is concerned, right, was I think it was after my university. That's when I think I came to that awareness that, hey dude, there is a demand, there's a role, there's a script that has been prepared for you that you are not aware of, and you need to play it well. You need to act it out well. You cannot be seen to be otherwise. If not, you'll miss out on certain privileges, again,
of a man.
You miss out on certain experiences of a man because you decided to be human.
Right.
Does that make sense?
I'm working with you.
You are... Okay, so you know how it's a cliche, but you still hear people
cliches say, are cliches because they are true.
Yeah, you still hear a woman say, tell to a baby boy, for those you're a man. You should not cry. You should be strong. The boy hit his leg on the ground or he fell down.
Yeah.
And he has to express an emotion because of the pain he feels. And you tell him to shut that out because a script has been prepared and written before he came into the scene. Come on. So that awareness, was primarily started dawning on me after university. I started seeing people do certain things and I wanted to join them, and I'm realizing that I've been too... Dude, you have been too emotional. You have been too... you've been too
sensitive.
Yes.
You're a sensitive man.
Yeah, why you are too unsolid. Do you understand? Right? That awareness, and then I began to say, okay, what truly does it mean to be a man? Right? I had to start exploring it. That was when my love with imagery came into being. My love with identity came in, with the concepts of imagery, the concepts of identity, the concepts of self-awareness. I began to delve deep into, okay, this is what people expect and what they think, but I wasn't dropped from the sky. However it is I came, what was the expectation? What was the design? What should it actually be? Right? So I think that's when
have you found an answer to that?
I realized that it's actually a progressive journey.
All right.
It's an endless marathon, if I could say it that way. You can't possibly arrive. You get to phases, you understand certain things, you take that knowledge, you apply it, you use it, you discover some other things, you learn. You drop off some other things you had picked up. It's a journey we never can fully arrive at.
All right. So what you said about it dawning on you after university that you were not man enough would make me ask. So when you were growing up, what does strength look like to you around the men around you?
Oh, growing up, strength meant that you should be able to fetch water. Strength meant that you needed to be able to watch over your siblings. Strength meant that you needed to provide. So I'm starting from while I was young to seeing older men. Strength meant that you are supposed to be able to provide. Strength meant that you're supposed to be able to talk to ladies.
Oh, right.
I date
Really?
many of them, yes.
Oh, wow.
Amongst
Yeah.
strength meant that you should be able to have, even tried to. Can I be explicit?
Oh, yes.
Yes,
Go ahead.
You should have even tried to have sex a couple of times. Strength meant that you should have tried a couple vices, smoked, drunk, right? Harmful stuff. Strength meant that you had found ways to start making money for yourself outside of what it is your parents could provide for.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Strength meant that you could take decisions for yourself and face the consequences.
Without parental guidance.
Yes. So strength meant all that. You're thinking.
Yeah, I'm thinking. And the reason I'm thinking is I went to a military school. It was a boarding school, and I'm looking at. You're talking, and I'm seeing all my male friends. Do you understand?
Oh, I see.
Yeah, I'm seeing all my male friends, and I'm understanding. Does that make sense? I'm understanding
why.
Oh, do you understand? As you were saying.
So this is why this was like this. This is why this guy did. This is why they experienced it.
Yeah. And okay, I can go there. And it might sound very pacifist when I'm saying that. Most importantly, what you just said now, makes sense to me why I was sexually molested at a young age. It does not make it right. So let me say that now before feminists and all the it does not make it right. But it makes me understand that a man was not or a boy was not necessarily raised in a particular way. He just feels like he has to, like you said, play a script.
Yes.
And since no one is showing him how to properly play that script, he takes it on himself. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that makes sense. And that's of course why I said that the concept of imagery began to mean so much to me. Interesting, just yesterday I was with my friend, right? I just gone to see him, and then I was holding my glasses in a particular kind of way. And as I opened the door of the car and I got in, I just told him, I said, Bobo, do you know, it just dawned on me that this is exactly how my dad used to hold his glasses. Like, it dawned on me in that moment, the way I was holding it was exactly the same way he holds it. And I realized the image was so strong. I found myself doing it without making an effort to do it. So a lot of us have acted scripts because we just saw it so. And then we didn't have the strength to question and to ask.
Is the strength or the enabling environment to question?
Sometimes clarity comes in silence. Other times it takes a gentle nudge, a conversation, a question, or a pause you didn't know you needed. That's what BHM coaching at Black Images offers. Not a fix, not a formula, but a space. One where your story is safe and your growth doesn't have to look like anyone else's. You can begin with a free discovery session. Just 30 minutes to breathe, reflect, and maybe, if you're up for it, sit with guided meditation. If life feels loud and you need support now, there's mindful coaching on the go. Short, focused check-ins that help you stay grounded when things feel shaky. For deeper shifts, there's the Journey to Being, a mindful exploration shaped by the framework from the book Living Mindfully, A Journey to Being. This isn't about perfection. It's about presence. And if you're someone who needs steady hands over time, the monthly and community plans are there, offering consistent support that grows with you. Visit blackimages.com when you're ready, not to be fixed, but to be seen.
I think it's a combination of both. Some of us had the strength, but we didn't have the enabling environment. Some of us had the enabling environment, but we didn't have the strength because we were seeing, it was like what you were seeing and what you were experiencing were two different things, and then you were not sure what exactly.
You were in transition,
yes.
Mental transition. Yeah.
If I say this, is this not what I will get? If I don't say this, will I get this? That sort of confusion, right? So yes, I think it's a combination of both enabling environment and then the strength too, right? I don't know what again I was talking recently to say something around. Oh yeah, it was around fatherhood, right? And how we were having a conversation around the fact that some people had really great relationships with their fathers, and then for some of us it was different, and we always craved. Oh, it was also the conversation yesterday. I remember the scenario right now. We were talking about how somebody was a father figure for someone, and how that person just defaulted. He's lost his father a long time ago. None of his mother's brothers, stood in that gap, or his mother's sister's husbands, plugged that gap for him. But he was in an entirely different country, and then he saw, he met a man, he was dating a man's daughter, and the man saw that, there's a gap missing, and the man decided to fill the gap. And then the guy is now defaulting to that man, and is imbibing certain things, positive things, of course, right? And we said that everybody looks for that figure. If it's missing somewhere, they look for someone to plug that gap. And the moment someone plugs that gap for them, they default to
default and defer to the person. All right, so
a lot, right?
Yeah, it's a lot, but I'm enjoying this conversation, to be honest. And I also don't want us to go past 40 minutes of the month so that we don't talk over the head of people. The reason is not because God, you know me now, you're talking about me, I will talk forever, but because I want to be concise and to be honest, and I also want to layer it. And the question you just answered now is going to lead me to, do you think men perform I'm okay?
Do I think men
perform I'm okay even when they are overwhelmed?
Oh yes.
You didn't even have to think about it.
Because
walk me through that.
There is a script that you must act out, whether you like it or not. You cannot afford to be seen as vulnerable. You cannot afford it. It's expensive. It's costly.
How much is that?
The cost is you don't get to come to the table of men.
Oh wow.
You don't get you. We can't ask you for certain things. We can't defer to you. We can't have you have the supposedly deep men conversations. Meanwhile, they are dying. Meanwhile, they are withering inside. You know what it means to wither from inside, right? And you can't have.
And then because they're withering inside, they then begin to present in certain ways, in anger and all that. Yeah.
That's just it. Because there will always be cause and effects. So you see men. Again, fairly recently, right? I began to say to myself, dude, it's okay to cry. You see, men say they only cry when they're in the presence of God the Father, when the worship is heightened and the chords are striking deep and the lyrics
is dipping
and it's drawing you. You see, that's when men lay flat on the floor, whether it's a rocked floor or not. You see some men
With white agbada.
With white agbada.
You know why I said that?
Yeah. And tears streaming down their eyes.
Yeah.
But when they are faced with the vicissitudes of life, right, they hide the pain. Oh yeah, it is well, I'm fine. It's okay. I'll be fine. I'll be okay. They don't. Again, I had a conversation yesterday. I don't understand.
Yeah, because you were coming here. No. God had to prepare you.
Maybe God had to prepare me because I don't understand why all of the conversations
happened really yesterday.
So this guy is my friend. He's the first son. And for whatever reason, when he called me yesterday, okay, I'd missed his call and I think I called back and I'm like, hey, how's your dad? And he goes on a long...
monologue.
Like, why did I even ask about his dad? I said... It just hit me, and I thought I'll ask, like, how's your dad? And says, oh, my dad is lonely. Dad lost their mom a couple of years back. The man has a woman he likes in a particular part of Nigeria. He doesn't want to go there. He wants to stay in Lagos where he is and stuff. And he's lonely. He's tired. He's dealing with certain sicknesses. And me, I'm thinking that those sicknesses are symptomatic of loneliness, not necessarily because he's unhealthy.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. So, and my guy is saying, but see, my younger brother is facing this. I'm the one who is literally doing this for everybody. And I don't have anybody to talk to. And, I just have to show up. And it dawned on me and I'm like, this is a time bomb here.
Yeah.
Right. Because he has to act the man part. He cannot be seen to say, I cannot attend to this. I cannot take care of this. I cannot be responsible for this. Right. And that's unfortunately the script. Part of the script I talked about earlier that's been prepared for us even before we came on the scene. I have a friend in the UK, and my friend would say to me, Olalua, you cannot handle this right now. And it's important to be able to say you cannot handle this right now. And don't feel bad that you're not able to handle this right now. You're human, and you've got just one life. With the comfort I was comforted with,
I was able to comfort the ministry of reconciliation.
You understand? So, it's quite unfortunate that that's what it is currently. But I think, you said something about when we started this conversation. Before we started, you talked about regenerating and rewriting history, and that is really critical. Again, I believe that these things are not random. I was having a conversation with my beautiful wife this morning, and then I said to her, I said, I think I just want to start focusing on boys now. Yeah. And she was like, let's start what we need to do. I was like, because I'm realizing that if we don't do something,
it's gonna be...
Are there people doing things? Absolutely there are. But we also need people to do things from the place of the pain they've experienced. Yeah. And the comfort they've experienced. To help other young people navigate their current situation.
A Fight for Life last year. So there's a part of A Fight for Life where we all female volunteers step out, and just the psychiatrist and the men speak. But there was a man. That part is not recorded because it's not recorded. Just allow for men to have a one-on-one conversation. My son was in there last year, and but before that session, when we were having a panel session with the psychiatrist and Emmanuel F. Young, Bright F. Young, and then he, this guy picks up the phone and says that now that he has a son, he didn't know that the reason he was afraid to leave his son with people was because he was molested. So it was not even, he could not leave his child with his parents, and the mother was like, wait. So the question he was asking, when you couldn't watch over me, why should I leave my child for you? It was the first time in his 30 years that he was talking to his parents about it. So, but I didn't know what happened during the conversation. And then when we're going on with my son, I'm like, so how was the Fight for Life? What do you think? And I said, it's where men talk. So what did you do? And they're like, no, I can't talk to you. So I can only talk to... And they're like, nice. My son really no, it's only for men. There's a reason, you guys. And that really made me feel good. Okay, It's starting from somewhere.
Yeah.
So let's continue this conversation. Are you ready for this?
Yeah, let's go.
All right. Have you had seasons? Of course, with all that we've said right now, I think I know the answer to this, but I still need to ask you, have you had seasons where you felt you could not afford to fall apart because too many people dependent on you?
Life moves fast, sometimes too fast. If you're looking to slow down and reconnect with yourself, Living Mindfully, A Journey to Being by Oluwatomise Oladapo might be what you need. It's part memoir, part guide, an honest, deeply personal story about navigating life's noise with intention. Oluwatomise shares lessons from her own journey through struggle, reflection, and healing, with a voice that's equal parts vulnerable and wise.
It felt like she was speaking directly to me, raw, real, and quietly powerful.
Get your copy wherever books are sold or visit blackimages.com to begin your journey. Living Mindfully, A Journey to Being. Slow down, breathe, begin.
Yes. I'm in one currently. And it started in November last year. I got news that my dad was ill, and he was scary ill, right? And I had not, in my over 30 years of knowing him, he had not been to the hospital more than, to the best of my memory, more than once. And it's going to be, I think, if he's not 70 this year, it's going to be 70 next year. The reason why I say I think is because, all those people that were born in those days, they didn't get all of those records right. So, alright. So, I had to make some decisions about a week ago or 2 weeks ago to say, you know what, we need to change your mode of treatment because we need to deal with this stuff. We think they are mismanaging. And in the middle of that, I was also dealing with stuff myself. I'm dealing with work. I'm dealing with concerns I have about ministry, and I don't have answers for them. And
of course, a newly married.
Of course, I'm doing all of that, and I have to be strong for myself, my siblings, my spouse, and everybody
in the church.
Yeah. So I'm in one right now. If that answers the question.
So, what do men then lose when they believe their value only exists in what they provide?
That's why they drive themselves into the ground early. So remember I talked about imagery, identity, self-awareness. The moment I came to terms with the fact that it is what I have I can give. If I'm healthy, then I can give health. If I'm unhealthy, I will give out unhealthiness. Because provision cannot just be sacrosanctly tied to finances. Provision is the entirety of who you are, what you represent, what you have on the inside. Provision will be your mental state. Provision will be your spiritual state. Provision will be your financial state, your intellectual state. So if all of those things are deficient or unhealthy, that's the same thing you will provide, consciously or unconsciously. So that's why we are the providers, right? Man. We may not have money now. In my early marriage, there was a period. Now my wife get money.
this early that he's talking about, I never reached 3 years.
Hey, yes, it's early now. Early. Early.
Oh, yeah, shall go ahead.
In the early days, right, there were a couple of months that now my wife get money. She was one catering to
the house.
The house. Not because I wasn't making money, but because I needed to fix certain wrong decisions I'd made. And I needed to use the money to do that. Does that stop me from being the man of the house? Unfortunately, we don't have curriculum today in Christian circles where you are told and thought that you would have these seasons and you need to be able to navigate it with wisdom and with sense. So yeah, what you are, you provide who you are and what you have. You do.
You guys, you know I'm not usually very silent during a conversation, but you know what? Let's take a mindful pause. Wherever you are right now, close your eyes. Imagine all the males, all the men in your life. Your dad, your brothers, your lovers, your uncles, your sons, and take in a deep breath, cleansing breath, and send them a good will prayer. Breathe in, and when you're letting it out, say a goodwill prayer again. All right. Let us continue. I still have a line. Okay, at least Olalua.
Allah is even still fine. Allah means something.
Allah means well for me.
Yes.
I have Olalua Elishius in the studio. It's Olalua Elishius Ezekiel. He's a very good friend. He's a big brother.
She's my mom. She's my mom. You should know my dog.
I knew you were
Let me dagwa. I want to grow.
I knew you were going to say that.
I'm a young boy.
So, can we move on? We're moving to homes now, you know. Let's turn our attention to homes. In many African homes, and I think Asian homes, because when I see reels from Asians, I see that it looks like we're living the same lives. Boys are taught endurance very early, like you said. What are the strengths and dangers of that conditioning?
See, the fact is, it's a clear fact. We need to prepare men for responsibility because by design, men
are supposed to be responsible. Yeah. So we can't take that away.
However, the concern is the nuances around the preparation, the conditioning. I'm thinking of an illustration to use. Right. As a farmer, right, it is guaranteed that you must plant to harvest, right? But if the conditions are not right for the planting, you'll harvest wrongly. You won't harvest, or you probably don't
get weeds more than
because you did not. The conditions were not apt, were not appropriate, right? So it's important that, whilst we prepare men for responsibilities, right, we should do that within the ambit of the ideology of the fact that they are first human beings. They have emotions that should be acknowledged. They have, I think emotions sums up the word, right? That should be, you can't discount it. You can't shut it down. If you do shut it down, what you're doing is like you are compressing gas without an outlet. Someday, it will. Sometime, it will pop.
So that's, we can say,
if care is not taken, it will consume everybody, including
the child. So is it safe to say then that is why anger is often more acceptable in men than sadness?
Yes, because anger, I personally think that anger is compressed emotions. And so anger is just that big door that gives you the opportunity to express everything that you have compressed. Because if you are, in times Yoruba say, right? That's the way they say. You don't cry.
When you are crying, you should see.
You should see. So, and seeing the sense is not seeing with your physical eyes, like reflect. You're able to, So there's no way that I will be in a moment of, whether it is I'm so overwhelmed and I'm crying, and I will not reflect, right? And think about certain things, right? So, if we allow avenues to express our emotions, the emotions of fear, the emotions of concern, the emotions of being overwhelmed, the emotions of weakness, right? If we allow healthy avenues for the expression of them, I think we will reduce anger a lot more. Right? I think we would. Yeah, you want to say something?
Yeah, I want to ask a question. And I'm thinking of how you answer it, but I shouldn't be thinking of how you answer it.
Should let me answer now.
Yeah.
Ask.
Do you think that men have adequate language for how they feel emotionally?
Some men, yes. Maybe 0.5% of men have adequate vocabulary. But I think 99.5% of men don't. Quite unfortunate. Can I go to church a bit?
Oh, preacher.
When you look at Jesus' ministry, he had 12 disciples, notable ones. They were men.
Yeah.
But you know that there were lots of women.
We had Joanna, Magdalene.
Lots of women. Yeah. In today's nuances or contemporary times, you see plenty of women in church more than men. Right? Yeah. I don't have the empirical data.
I don't even think it's new. It's across all centuries, actually. Yeah.
It feels like women have a deeper connection with whatever deities, their spirituals, more than men. That's because women are allowed the avenue to express their emotions. In interacting and relating with God, you need to be in touch with your emotions. Scripture says we do not have an high priest who is not touched with the feelings. It didn't say with the actions. It didn't say with the doings. With the feelings of our infirmity. A feeling of our infirmity. So if we have more men get in touch with the emotional side and do not feel like they just have to bulldoze everybody down because they were bulldozed and they were shot, maybe we'll be solving 2/3 of the world's problems. Just maybe. Just maybe.
I'm working hard to keep this conversation because you're taking me to places.
I'm carrying you where you don't know. Well,
no, I know. You are carrying me to where I know. Okay. Because I grew up with a man like that, who I knew to be sensitive, but he couldn't allow himself to be sensitive. Do you understand? Until he lost an 18-year-old son.
Until he lost his 18-year-old son.
Yeah, that's my brother. a lot of things had happened before then, you know, but the loss of my brother was what broke my father completely. And when I say he never recovered, I mean he never recovered. Less than 2 years, he left the house that he was born in. Like, he moved anywhere, anything that could make him remember my brother. So it takes me to where I think we will wrap up this conversation, how men show up for themselves, because you see men, this withdrawal, this overwork. Do you know the one that is moving straight to me? Sarcasm.
Yeah.
This sarcasm, this isolation, this irritability, and the other one that is lauded, hyper productivity.
Yeah, if you're not like showcase.
Yeah. So my question then will be, how do you think men can ask for help without feeling like they're failing?
Every human being, regardless of gender, was designed to ask for help. Unfortunately, I'm at a loss of words on how to say this exactly.
Go ahead, try. I'll try and use the linguist, the one I was studying in school. Yeah.
Asking for help is a strength.
Yeah.
Asking for help it stems from the fact that you know that you're strong enough for certain things and you're weak enough for other things.
Say that again. Repeat.
Asking for help is knowing that you're strong enough for certain things and you're weak enough for other things. You would actually be failing in not asking for help. Because those weak things could be your undoing, your greatest undoings.
Oh, Lord. Okay.
So asking for help is by design for every human being on the surface of earth. You should ask for help. It's not weakness. It's not a sign of weakness to ask for help.
You know, we could end this show right now and I'll be fine. Bye. I'm Tumishe. I have to ask you, Tumishe, a question.
Oh yeah, let's go.
This is for you personally.
Okay.
What? Oh, I wish we could just end. That's it entered me. What does rest feel like for you emotionally, and not just physically?
I'm still exploring the idea, the concept of rest, because I don't know what rest is. I'm being honest.
Welcome to my world.
I'm being honest. But if I attempt to, so that the singles will not say that I'm bantering them. But I think rest is having conversations. That scenario just jumped into my head. I think that God spent a good time thinking and working that whenever he wanted to rest, he came in the cool of the day to gist with Adam and Eve. So conversations.
You know, you just put that picture in my head. It's not gonna go anywhere.
Conversations.
And do you know? All right. Do you know? That's how I actually feel rested.
Having conversations lets you let off stuff.
Oh, do you know?
You go to places that you talk about things that you normally would not have spoken about. But talking about them just gives you some sort of relief that you cannot pick off of.
Yeah, when I'm talking about life, for example, I could go on and I'm just okay. But when we're talking about, you know, I'm what I saying? It's stressing me. Like, it's really stressing me. Or like, let's go shopping. Why?
Why have you going for shopping? Let's just sit down and talk.
You get
put our legs up.
You know, and just
have music playing in the background. Let's just talk.
And let's just talk. And finally, do you think many men are loved for who they are or for what they do?
I hope I'm not going to say it right.
Yeah, say it anyway. Say it anyway.
Many men Do I think many men are loved for what they do or for what they provide?
Yeah.
For what they do or for what?
Who they are.
Who they are. Men are more loved for what they do than for who they are. Because that's the construct. But I hope we can change that narrative.
I really do hope.
We can begin to love men for who they are, because men are allowed to be who they are.
They have permission to feel.
Yeah. They have permission to feel, to express themselves, yeah. Just maybe we can change that.
Alright. Okay. Before we go, Toby. Alright, so you need to play again. Sorry.
Again,
girls, the cards. Okay, you ready? Okay.
Set up.
It is not set up. Yeah. You'll have fun, don't worry. Oh, I really enjoyed this conversation.
Thank you.
I really did. That's what I deal with. Unfortunately, nobody can see her. Are you ready?
Yeah. Am I asking him?
No, you just pick a card. Just pick a card. Oh, I wish you had picked the other one. So, yeah, read the question and answer.
What would you rather explore? Space or the ocean? Can I choose both?
Why both, though?
Nature is fascinating.
You're very, but I'll stay clear of water anytime.
We're in the middle, on land, space, ocean. Like, let's explore both. But what will I rather amongst the two? I will do... let me do ocean. There's still oxygen inside ocean.
No, I really wish you had picked this. So I will give it to you. So you have to instead of one.
My worst date ever.
Yes!
I never had a worst date.
No!
I never had a worst date.
How did that happen? How did it happen that you didn't have a worst date?
I never had a worst date. I had only one girlfriend before my wife. I had a couple flings. But I never had a worst date. I was too cultured a guy, as in to put together a guy.
Too spirit?
No.
Not spirit?
No. To put together a guy, like this calm, nice guy to have a worst date. I could speak English. I could listen.
Stop sounding like my husband.
I can't speak. I could, because I said cool. It's like I don't know how to speak English. Okay.
All right, to wrap this up, what will be the one thing from this conversation that any man and even a woman who's listening, what would you want them to remember, to take away?
It's not too late.
Too late for what?
It's not too late to fix yourself. It's not too late to begin to express your emotions. It's not too late to begin to take the permission to feel, right? It's not too late. Women can help their men, provide the enabling environment. Remember we talked about enabling environment to do that earlier. So women can do that. And men, you are not a failure because you didn't ask for help. I think you're a failure
if you don't.
Yes. Asking for help doesn't make you a failure. Yeah.
Thank you very much, Elishius Olalua Ezekiel.
Thank you for the privilege
Again. Right? Mindful partners, you know that I will leave you with at least 3 reflective questions. But today, because I think Olalua has taken us different ways, I want to leave you with one. What would change in your homes, friendships, and society if men felt safe enough to be fully human? Remember, allow those answers come to you. Don't rush through it. Take a pen if you must. Write in your notes part. Just allow it come to you. The question again is, what will change in your homes, in your friendships, and society if men felt safe enough to be fully human? And if anything in this episode, resonated with you in any way, please follow, share, give us a like. And that might just give us a little bit more visibility. And of course, I will truly appreciate it. So, thank you very much. A shout out to my mindful, very playful and funny assistant, Toby Ogunṣeyi. Love yourself, love your neighbor, love your country. Above all of this, love God. He is the essence of your being. I am Oluwatomishi Oladapo Kuku. Stay mindful.
Yippee!
This is Mindfully with Tumishe, brought to you by Black Images.